Wake up with wake. I first wrote the 5 invitations down on the back of a cocktail napkin at 30,000 feet somewhere over Kansas. I was traveling to join other critical thinkers on the campus of Princeton University to contribute to a 6-hour documentary about dying in America called On Our Own Terms. The room would be filled with the country's leading healthcare experts, advocates for physician-assisted death, proponents for Medicare policy changes, and a group of hard-nosed journalists. There would be no desire for Buddhist rhetoric. Bill Moyers, the producer of the documentary, pulled me aside and asked if I could speak to the heart of companioning the dying. When the time came for me to speak, I pulled out the cocktail napkin on which I had scribbled during the night. Don't wait. Welcome everything. Push away nothing. Bring your whole self to the experience. Find a place of rest in the middle of things. Cultivate don't know mind. 1. Don't wait. 2. Welcome everything. Push away nothing. 3. Bring your whole self to the experience. 4. Find a place of rest in the middle of things. 5. Cultivate don't know mind. The 5 invitations are my attempt to honor the lessons I have learned sitting beside with so many dying patients. There are 5 mutually supportive principles permeated with love. They have served me as a reliable guide for coping with death. And as it turns out, they are equally relevant guides to living a life of integrity. They can be applied just as aptly to people dealing with all sorts of transitions and crises, from a move to a new city, to the forming or releasing of an intimate relationship, to getting used to living without your children at home. Oh, Chibuddy. Oh, Chibuddy. Oh, bud. Oh. Oh, buddy. Oh, belly. Oh, belly. Such a sweet belly. Oh, buddy. Swooshy, swooshy, swooshy face. Such a sweet face. Such a sweet face. Such a sweet face you got. Such a sweet face you got. So, what does that mean? Don't wait. Welcome everything. Push away nothing. Bring your whole self to the experience. Find a place of rest in the middle of things. Cultivate, don't know mind. How do I relate to these days? I feel like the one of these that I am worst at, kind of my weak muscle here, is the don't wait one. I have a tendency to wait, or I try to it's like I try to not rush in to anything, and I also try to not rush others. So while I'm a proponent of patience, I think that's my weakness. The other ones I resonate more with. Welcome everything, push away nothing is something I've been learning a lot about over these past couple months. Bring your whole self to the experience is something that I've also been working on too. That was a weakness in the past, perhaps, but it's becoming stronger. But still a lot of growth and evolution there. Find a place of rest in the middle of things. Getting better at that too. And cultivating don't know mind does relate to faith and trust and letting go, and now I'm sure I'll understand more, learn more and understand more what this author means when I read the book more deeply. So what do we want to look at today? Don't wait. Let's look at don't wait. Whatever we have done with our lives makes us what we are when we die. And everything, absolutely everything counts. Jack, who was diagnosed with lung cancer, writes, "Over the years I've put things off. I figured there's always plenty of time later on. At least I've managed to do one major project. I finished that training to be a motorcycle mechanic. Now they tell me I got less than 6 months. I'm gonna fool them. I'm gonna make it longer than that. Who am I kidding? To tell the truth, I'm scared, angry, tired, and confused. I'm only 45 years old and I feel like I'm 145. I have so much that I want to do, and now there isn't even time to sleep." When people are dying, it's easy for them to recognize that every minute, every breath counts. But the truth is, death is always with us, integral to life itself. Everything is constantly changing. Nothing is permanent. This idea can both frighten and inspire us. Yet if we listen closely to the message here, It is don't wait. The problem with the word patience, said Zen Master Suzuki Roshi, is that it implies we are waiting for something to get better. We are waiting for something good that will come. A more accurate word for this quality is constancy, a capacity to be with what is true moment after moment. Constancy. Embracing the truth that all things inevitably must end encourages us not to wait in order to begin living each moment in a manner that is deeply engaged. We stop wasting our lives on meaningless activities. We learn to not hold our opinions, our desires, and even our identities so tightly. Instead of pinning our hopes on a better future, we focus on the present and being grateful for what we have in front of us right now. We say, I love you more often because we realize the importance of human connection. We become kinder, more compassionate, and more forgiving. Don't wait is a pathway to fulfillment and an antidote to regret. Don't wait. Don't wait. Yeah. The problem with the word patience is that it implies we are waiting for something to get better. We are waiting for something good that will come. A more accurate word for this quality is constancy, a capacity to be with what is true moment after moment. Constancy. Do I have the capacity to be true with what happens moment after moment? And can someone be living in both constancy and patience, and is it possible? Does patience have a purpose? Because one can be with what is true moment after moment. One can be with what is true moment after moment. And one can still have visions and longing. Right? One can have visions and longings and aspirations. One can have things that they are looking forward to in the future. But I think the point that it raises is Can you truly be with what is happening moment by moment? While moving in the direction that one wants to move in. It's like this paradox of being satisfied and unsatisfied at the same time. Can you be satisfied enough to enjoy the present moment and not satisfied enough to aspire to that which you want to aspire to? But you could also say that it doesn't take dissatisfaction to aspire. I think maybe that's what it's getting at, that dissatisfaction need not be the motive. Like, you don't pursue X because you're dissatisfied from the lack of X. You pursue X because you're excited for X. Like, for example, you don't pursue a romantic relationship because you're dissatisfied with the lack of a romantic relationship. You pursue a romantic relationship because you are excited to connect in that way. You don't pursue a high-paying job because you are dissatisfied being broke. You pursue a high-paying job because you're excited for that which the high-paying job has to offer. But then there are those who say we're more motivated by pain than pleasure. We're more motivated to run from pain than to run towards pleasure. So what's the message? What's the message? I think that it is. Oh my goodness, hugs. I'm thinking it's get really clear about what you want to do in this life and do it. And don't wait till tomorrow, or don't wait till next month, or don't wait till the next year. Don't think that a day don't spend days, months, weeks, years flipping through your phone and watching Netflix, flipping through your phone and watching Netflix, flipping through your phone and watching Netflix, and then one day wake up with an illness and be 6 months away from dying and go, whoa, is this really how I've been spending my life? Don't wait. It's interesting, the whole don't wait thing and the whole culturally, socially appropriate thing. I had a friend who I found out who died recently. And it was one of those ones where I was last to reach out, not her. But still, there is that. I wish I could give her a hug and tell her I love her. I wish I could say I love you and give her a hug. And I think that sentiment is going to keep coming up over the years. All this up and down and hustle and bustle and this and that and left and right and up and down, but I wish we lived in a culture where it was easier to give and receive love. So much disconnect. And so much nostalgia for a simpler time. If only I could talk to myself back then, what would I say? This is amazing. Enjoy this. This is amazing. Enjoy this. I think future selves would always say that to our past selves, though, to a certain degree. Future selves would always say, don't wait to enjoy this. I think future selves would say, hey, I've got a secret for you. I've got a secret for you. Enjoy the present. Enjoy whatever the present brings. And I think it's true. I would pay serious money. I would pay serious money to go back in time to certain moments. And I'm pretty sure in the future, I would pay to go back to this moment. It's wild. There will be a time in the future whether I'm living in a little hut or sleeping in a tent or on a yacht in some ocean. Some house or some hotel room. There'll be some time in the future where I would pay serious money to be back here with this guy. To be letting him out the door. To be laying in this bed. To be looking out at the mountains. So I think there's something to the don't wait, meaning that there's a don't wait to do, but there's also a don't wait to be. Don't wait to challenge yourself and grow, but also don't wait to enjoy the present moment. Hey. Hey, Junior. Hi. 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 There's going to be a time in the future when I want to come back and visit you. There is. There is. There's going to be a time in the future. Hopefully a good future. Hopefully a good future. Hey, Junior. Hey, Junior, you want to cuddle? Want to cuddle? Oh, yeah. 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 Of course. Yeah. Yeah, we're cuddling. We're cuddling. Of course we're cuddling. Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right, we are. That's right, we are. That's right, we are. Oh, yes, let's sing it. Let's sing it. Let's sing it. Singing, singing your song, singing your cat song all day long. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yeah, I love you. Yes, indeed, I do. Yes, indeed, I do. You've been so sweet for so many years. You've been such a good companion for so many years. Yeah, that's a buddy. That's a buddy. That's a buddy. I miss your sister. I know. I miss your sister. But we love her too. We love her too. We love her too. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my hugs. Hugs and stretches. Hugs and stretches and taking flight. Hugs and stretches and taking flight. Hugs and stretches and taking flight.